One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Ducks will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Oklahoma State's offense will get the first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Power football with the run. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Cowboys will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. So Oregon's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Makes the grab. It's Moore. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches. But I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dillon Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes are at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with landing and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Moore to the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab behind the line. It's Brock. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Flores. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you could definitely see he can hit that turbo button.
The Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down, trying to set up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That probably looked way better on the play sheet than it did on the field. The screen gets nothing.
It didn't look good on the field, that's for dang sure. You know, you got to invite those guys up the field and kind of sell that you're going to throw the ball deep on the screen. They didn't sell it real well. Defense did not bite at all. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to go.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. all the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Quickly complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Moore will throw. Working the big fella to the corner. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How many first downs is that alone? Just on this drive, the defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They go right back to him. There he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the left. That had all the makings of bug-meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Absolutely center cut. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back to throw, it's Flores. Quick strike complete.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
The Cowboys in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to throw on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Ford. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Snagged in the middle, it's Moore. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Can't get him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Moore to the air. Lets it fly on the move. He's got it on the left. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Bryant. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing route.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Takes the handoff. It's Hughes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete to the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Moore will throw. Working that left side now. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Under fire. Touchdown Ducks! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So an 82-yard drive there. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to throw, it's Flores. Under fire. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run play action. And the ball squirts out deep in their own end. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Moore to the air. It's complete on the right side. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
From the gun on third down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead's extended a little further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Here's the pressure. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Catch in the middle. It's Brock. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Line getting set on second down. To the air. It's Flores. Using the quick game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, you put those receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Got it in the middle. It's Freeman.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. Hard running there. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Cowboys trying to cash it in on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
So that touchdown was big, but just as big, this two-point conversion attempt to try to get it to a one-possession game. He's got it. Two-pointer is good, and now it's a one-score game here deep in the fourth. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick.
And this is why you keep fighting. You just got your score on offense. Now you needed a miracle to come through with the onside kick so you can get one more possession to maybe go win this football game. Nice execution. And guess what? There's still time left on the clock.
Got the quick pass. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Back to pass, it's Flores. Finds the tight end.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Man, that D tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
Snags it! And he steps in just in the nick of time to get the touchdown they need, and now they need to cap it with a 2.
Well, it's a great job getting the touchdown. Obviously, now you've got to go for 2. You got to dial up your best 2-point play to try to tie this thing with only seconds to go.
Listen to this crowd begging its defense to get a stop. To throw, it's Flores. He will get there for the 2-point conversion, and we have a tie game in the waning seconds. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll run it on the counter. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
The give on the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Takes the handoff. It's Brock. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
3rd and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The sure hands, it's Brock. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle set him up for it.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good, and they strike first and take the lead by 3 here in overtime.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Moore will throw. Takes the easy completion. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
First and goal, and a touchdown will win it. They'll run it on first and goal. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Trying to punch it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
Third and goal, and get a pebble of that football across the plane. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime!
Game on the line, and they've got to be the more physical side. Great job getting blocks up front. He was able to skirt his way into the end zone, David, to win this game.
And that's why I want the ball second in OT. I know exactly what I need to go get it done. They take it down the field, run it in the end zone, and end the football game.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.